Alright, so what we have here is a 97 Trans Am WS6 OD2 car. It is running a 411 LS PCM. As you can see, the Opti is not working. Doesn't need to work. We are running a truck L31 Vortec tune, which is identical to basically essentially an LT1 versus minus a couple things, but very, very similar piece. The firing order is the same. I use a distributor the same. Very similar. So it uses the crank signal on the bottom, just like a truck does, a Vortec does. That's a good signal. Like I said, no Opti. So as long as you have a good working cap and rotor, this car should run. As you can see, it is. This has also been documented by another guy on YouTube as well. His channel is Horsepower Tube, and he's documented how to do this to repin the harness. And as you can see, it's running. So it doesn't take more than basically going to a junkyard and buying a 411 PCM out of a truck, a van, whatever you name it. As long as it's a 411, that's the faster PCM, this car will run. Nothing else is needed. So this worked out perfectly for me. I bought this car with a motor, with a cam, and it was untuned when I bought it. So as some of you guys know, tuning OBD2 cars is a bit of a pain in the ass. So trying to find software is expensive. The PCMs are bricked, so it makes things a little bit harder. So when I found this swap, this is ideally my best solution to get the car tuned, because nobody really tunes LT1s anymore. And to move up to this PCM is a huge improvement. Much faster, more reliable, and tuners are everywhere. So it's a no-brainer for me to do this. So those of you guys that have earlier cars, like a 93, a 94, 95, you know, it's not much more work. I mean, yeah, you still got to pull the timing cover. You need a 97 timing cover, the 97 reluctor wheel for the crank. You'll need the hub, which is different spacing, and with the crank signal. So as long as you have that, and you have the wiring for the crank signal wired into the PCM from a different GM vehicle, as long as it's the same for truck or F-body, same deal, you can make your LT1 run for little to no money. Yes, there's work involved, but I mean, it kind of beats, you know, the big guys that are selling these products that use this PCM. That are, you know, it's a lot of money. A lot of these cars aren't worth a lot of money. So this to me was my best solution at tuning, and you know, it gets rid of half the distributor. So right now it's just using the Opti as a cap and rotor. There's no optical signals coming out, which is the main problem with the distributors, which is the optical sensor goes bad, runs like crap, it starts throwing codes. So as long as you have a good cap and rotor, this car will run and no issues. So just had it tuned last night. We ran into a couple hiccups, but the car is running, as you can see, runs great. Everything works. Skip shift is on. We're also doing the engine light is on due to the crank relearn. So we're gonna try, you can either tune it out, which you don't want to right now. We just started tuning, so we're gonna try and keep it on to see if maybe we'll do a couple relearns and it'll fix itself. If not, we can just turn off the status light. No big deal. I'll quickly just shut it off. We'll fire it back up. Again, first crack. It's got a cam in it, so still learning. But as you can see, it runs. This may not be the answer for everybody, but this is definitely a very good solution. And I hope this helps some guys out. Enjoy.